Video games represent an escape from reality. If your reality is sad, then you're probably gonna play video games. And if it's not, why are you playing video games? You have better stuff to do in real life, you know? Basically, if you're a sad cunt, you're probably gonna play video games. If you keep wasting time in your cum dungeon, leveling up your World of Warcraft character, you're actually you're just gonna be 30 in your mom's basement without any social skills. You're not gonna have like any physical activity on yourself. You're just gonna be a pale fat loser. Who wants to be a pale fat loser? Well, the reason I'm going this hard is because I was once a pale fat loser. I played CSGO for 12 hours a day and I saw nothing wrong with it. And the reason I saw nothing wrong with it is because, well, it was fun. It gave me a sense of fulfillment, but every time I shut down my computer, I was a fucking loser. Like, I was global elite in CSGO, and every time I just stopped playing it, like, for the, 12 hours that I didn't play it, I just felt like shit and felt like opening it up again and playing it. Basically, if you're a loser in real life, video games are just gonna be a substitute for you being a loser in real life. And the more you have video games, the less likely the chance of you actually trying to improve your real life. So, the first thing you have to do is actually wanting to stop playing the video games, because I can't just sit there and tell you, oh, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. You're gonna be a retard. You're gonna be fat. You're gonna be lazy. None of that is gonna matter. That's like telling a chain smoker who smokes like 50 packs, like 5 packs of cigarettes a day, uh, that he's gonna get lung cancer. Like, duh, obviously, but he doesn't care. He's way too like hooked to the addiction that is smoking. So instead, you must actually wanna quit. You must actually wanna become better, because if you don't wanna quit, so like if your like urge to quit is higher than your urge to play, then you're on a good path, man. But if it isn't, then I can't help you. Nobody can help you. You're the only one that can actually do this. And the same goes for all of my videos. I'm just here telling you info that only works if you actually wanna apply it to your life. If you hear this and you don't apply it to your life, and you don't even try to apply the knowledge that I'm giving it to you, well, it's kind of useless, because, well, you're not even trying, so you can't even like give a accurate metric of whether it works or not. If you still find more satisfaction in wanting to play video games than wanting to quit them, let me try and help you a bit. So, first of all, life as it is kind of like a video game. Like, video games are based off of real life. You do certain activities and certain habits in real life to level up your character. So you do resistance training to level up your strength and your appearance. You read to level up your knowledge and your IQ. You talk to people to become more socially, well, not socially retarded, you know? The same goes, you do the same things in video games. You do quests, you do side quests, you have a lot of stuff, you get more items, you get better, and the only reason why you don't do this stuff in real life is because it's a bit harder, but real life is way more valuable than anything you can do in a video game. So it makes sense that it's going to be a bit harder. Now, how hard it is, that kind of depends on you. Like, again, you got to ask yourself, how bad do I want it? How bad do I actually want to live a meaningful life? Because all that virtual stuff that you have, like, it's just virtual. It's not real. You're literally spending so much time in something that's not real. Like, spending 2 hours a day playing video games is over 600 hours a year. That's kind of absurd. That's a long time that you're spending continuously playing video games. The next point is, like, do you really want to live a shitty life? Because all video games are they're the same as social media, porn, masturbation. They're just instant gratification. You sacrifice your future to get like a subpar dopamine hit in the present right now, and, well, if you continue to do this after like 5 years, you're gonna be at the same place and you're gonna be depressed, because the person 5 years in the future is gonna be the same person that it was 5 years like prior. So that's kind of sad, like staying at the same place or even just going down, because you're probably gonna gain weight. You're probably gonna become more unhealthy. You're probably gonna become more socially anxious or socially retarded in that sense. So yeah, do you really want to live a bad life? Now, what are the actual benefits of gaming? I I can't seem to find any. Now, if you give me that example that like it increases your reflexes, that's just like a bullshit example because who actually plays games to increase their reflexes? Maybe like a 6-year-old man, and like even that is like pushing it. I remember just going back from high school and on like a Friday and just playing CS:GO for 3 days straight instead of doing like homework that I had assigned and like studying that was actually gonna make me give me better grades and make me go into a better college. And yeah, I sacrificed being like something good in a virtual world and being a loser in the like real world that actually matters. I skipped the gym more. I ate shit. I ate chips. I ate like chocolate bars all the time, and my my health suffered. My skin suffered. I was fatter. I was 10 kgs heavier when I used to game, and it was just basically a time fill for instead of using that time to do good activities, I just did gaming, and it was disgusting. It was bad, and if I could take that time back, I actually wouldn't because it made me realize how detrimental it was to my growth. So, if you're a gamer and if you like I literally have like 2,000 hours on CS:GO, and do I like would I rather spend that time on someone else? Yeah, but I'm also very grateful for that experience because if it wasn't for CSGO, I literally wouldn't have been making this video right now. Now I'm actually going to give you the steps to quit gaming or any addiction of this sort. First of all, you're going to actually want to start with a dopamine detox. Now, what is a dopamine detox? It's basically a period of your life where you refrain from all instant gratification activities and you replace them with delayed gratification activities like reading, working out, uh, journaling, meditation, everything that is going to pay off for your future self. You're delaying gratification for your future self. You can make this easier by deleting all of the cues to play video games. So delete your games, don't use the internet that much, delete your social media, even that plays a big role. So make it harder for you to access those games, so you literally forget to do them. So and make your good habits way easier to do. So put like a lot of books in, like where you can see them because we're visual creatures. If we see something, we're more likely to act upon it. How many times you've forgotten to do something because you didn't see it all day. So just keep in mind that this is like the most important thing, and if you still engage in instant gratification activities, you're probably not gonna stop playing video games. The second part is to actually develop new good habits. So with all this newfound time that you just free up by not doing these instant gratification habits, you're gonna actually replace them with delayed gratification habits that are gonna actually make you happier in the long run. Now, at the start, you should start small. So maybe just going out to work out or reading like one page a day. All of this is gonna compound day by day by day by day into something greater. And after 10 days, you're gonna find out going to work out is probably gonna be a bit easier, and you're probably gonna read by like 5 pages a day by then. And you can see how this can like do a snowball effect into actually being something very big over an extended period amount of time. So like 6 months or a year or even 2 years. Like how much, how much do you think you can achieve by reading an hour a day for 2 years? That's a lot of time spent reading. So yeah, use that new free time, allocate it for good habits, and put it to good use. I also recommend having a habit tracker. Basically this, you just like type the day in, the date, and you write your daily habits in advance. So I have this like weekly habit tracker where I write in advance what are my habits for the day that I have to fill out. And it's basically like dopamine, like, oh, I woke up at 7, oh, I had a workout, and you like scribble it on that you did it, and it's so fulfilling, and it's such a great thing, and I really recommend you make this, as this will make or break your self-improvement journey. I go in depth in making a habit tracker on my Skillshare course. It's completely free, just click the link below, and you're going to get a free month of Skillshare, just by clicking my link, and I also get like a small compensation for it, so yeah, help me out. So the next step is to be patient and consistent with it. The reason why we do delayed gratification action is because they don't give us gratification right then and there. It's because they give us gratification later, because they actually form a result that is tangible, something that we can do. These YouTube videos, when I post them, they're actually like proof that I did something. They're action. And I literally have, every time I go to my YouTube channel, I can see that I did something, and it's instantly a dopamine hit. Like, damn, I really made those videos. I sat down, I made a script, or I did it off the dome, you know. And it's a fulfilling feeling once you have something under your belt. Once I have like 50 videos under my belt, I'm gonna be so happy. And like, I'm still happy with like 6 videos under my belt, or whenever this video is going up. So be consistent and patient with it. Results don't come overnight. Like, every action you do, every habit you do is just gonna compound over the many times you repeat it, and it's eventually gonna become something bigger and better. And the last, and like one of the most important things that you can do, is actually develop your social skills. Now, the big reason people play games is because they suck socially. Developing social skills is really easy. You can start really easy just by going outside for a walk if you have a dog, or just going outside to like buy some bread at the grocery store. Just say hi to people. Like, they can be elderly people. Like, you don't even care about what they think about you. They're elderly people. Like, who gives a shit? Just like talk to them, you know. Just, but like, don't do it like robotically. Actually be like interested. Like, oh, how you doing? Like, you having a good day? Just like have some small talk. Like, trust me, this is just a small habit that goes a long way. So like, 2 months ago, I was such a fucking socially inept retard that barely said hi to anybody, and I just started saying hi, and I gave off those like old man vibes, you know, those like old elderly men that like always talk to you and always like give off a good vibe. You have to emulate that vibe, you know. And yeah, basically, if you want to start developing social skills, just start talking to people. Like, every skill you have to, if you want to like master a deadlift, you have to do deadlifts. If you want to master a bench press, you have to do bench press every day. If you want to talk to people good, you have to talk to people every day. So yeah, basically, if you still want to play video games, go ahead. You can be a loser. But if you actually decided to listen to this video, then I'm proud of you, big lad. Go outside, man. Yeah. It's like, yeah. And, you know, winning the only game that matters, which is real life.